Hi, everyone. So we learned unity and variety, balance and scale and proportion in the last video. So we are going to continue to see the fourth principle of design: emphasis and subordination, and pattern and rhythm. So emphasis and the subordination are complementary concepts. When we emphasize something, we draw attention to it. So this is a valuable part of communication that allows us to set some things apart. So in art, emphasis is the principle by which an artist draws attention to content. So sometimes an artist is interested in emphasizing an entire work in its wholeness, like this work of art. The whole gentle waves are emphasis in this work of art. And emphasis can also be used to draw attention to a large portion of a work. Sometimes an artist wants the emphasis to encompass a significant area, but not quite the entire surface, like this work of art. A large white shape, this, with the pointy wood lines are emphasis in this work of art. So pretty much a large portion of emphasis. So now let's look at focal point. So what's focal point? So focal point is a specific spot to which one's attention is directed. An entire work, a broad area within a work of art, multiple areas and even specific points can be emphasized as focal point. An artist can emphasize focal points using line, implied line, value, color, like any of the elements of art. So this is a painting, A Fall of Icarus by Marc Chagall. Chagall was a Russian French artist during World Wars. In his painting, the Chagall draws attention and illustrates a critical moment from Greek mythology. Chagall's version, Icarus, is the focal point, right? And distinctly set apart from the light sky, not only by his position at the top and the center of the work, but also by the use of bold red, yellow, and blue primary colors to depict the falling figure. The opposite of emphasis is subordination, which means it is a less visually interesting area. Artists choose carefully which areas to emphasize or subordination in order to heighten the impact of their artworks. So now let's find emphasis, focal point, and subordination in some examples. Okay, so this is first example. So which part is emphasis portion in this painting? Can you find it? So this part from the road to this ship is the emphasis area. And now in this emphasis area, which is the focal point? Yep, definitely this guy is a focal point in this painting. And now, which part is subordination? Other area except for the emphasis are can be the subordinations like this fish at the right corner. All right, and next example. So where is the emphasis in this painting? So we can clearly see these two figures with the bright lights are emphasis, right? So even though the figure has the shadow, but the lights surrounding these figures, so we can easily see, oh, this part is the emphasis in this painting, right? So then the focal point in this area is this boy, right? And look at these so these two figures and compare them. So the old guy face is dark with the shadow. However, the boy's shadow with the guitar looks shiny in this dark. So that part attracts our attentions more. And which part is the subordination in this painting? It's a piece of cake, right? It is the rest part except for the emphasis area. And this is the easiest one. So where is the emphasis part in this painting? The whole bright part, right? And the focal point can be the woman's highlighting part and the candle. And the subordination part is the dark area. There's one more example to see the emphasis and subordination. So this is Francisco de Goya's painting. So Goya was a Spanish romantic painter and printmaker. So he is considered the most important Spanish artist of the late 18th and early 19th centuries. So this is a historically great painting. So please watch a video about this painting. The video is in the Moodle room page. So please watch this after watching this lecture video. Now, what's emphasis area in this painting? Yes, the bright part, the whole bright part can be emphasis in this painting. Then what's the focal point in this painting? Absolutely, this innocent guy. He is the focal point in this painting. And what's this subordination? It's a piece of cake, right? The rest area with the dark of this painting. Very good, everyone. So now we are going to move on to pattern and rhythm as the last principles of design. So let's talk about pattern first. So we saw a pattern when we learned 7 visual elements last week, right? So as you know, pattern is any decorative, repetitive motif or design in abstract ideas. So let's see it closer. An artist can use repetition of a pattern to impose order on a work. But simple repetition can become more complex and make a work even more interesting when the pattern changes. So sometimes artists use alternating patterns to make a work more lively. So a design repeated as a unit in a pattern is called motif. So motifs can represent ideas, images, and themes that can be brought together through the use of a pattern. An artist can create a strong, unified design by repeating a motif. For example, there is a unit design, right? And which is a motif. And when it repeats, it makes pattern. There is a beautiful pattern with the motif. So Chuck Close uses motif to unify his paintings. So Close uses a repeated pattern of organic concentric rings set into a diamond shape as the base building blocks for his large compositions. So these motifs, which appear as abstract pattern when viewed closely, and visually solidified into realist portraits of the model. Now, let's see rhythm in art. Rhythm is based in repetition and is a basic part of our world. So there are 4 kinds of rhythm. First one is visual rhythm. And the second one is simple repetitive rhythm. And the third one is progressive rhythm. And the last one is alternating rhythm. So let's see one by one. Visual rhythm depends on the repetition of accented elements, usually shapes. So literally show a rhythm in visual way like this wave sculpture. And the simple repetitive rhythm is a repetition by using the same shape, color, size, value, line, or texture over and over again. And the progressive rhythm, repetition that regularly increases or decreases in frequency, creates a progressive rhythm as the eye moves faster or slower across the surface of the work. So for example, capturing slow motion of photographs. And alternating rhythm. So artists can intertwine multiple rhythms until they become quite complex. The addition and alternation of rhythms can add unpredictability and visual excitement. So the idea of rhythmic sculpture helps us understand how artists divide the visual space into different kinds of sections to achieve different kinds of effects. So in this painting, she insistently reminds us of the slow physical rhythms created by the brute strength of these beasts and the irregularity of the plowman's steps, as all of them, man and cattle, work together to turn the weighty soil. So now it's done with principles of design. So we're gonna see the different chapters next week. Bye, everyone.